Welcome to our instructional and certification program for inspecting and screening properties for the presence of tainted Chinese drywall. Whether you're a current inspector looking to add Chinese drywall to your list of certifications or someone joining our inspector network, we will guide you through the information and steps necessary to become a well-educated inspector for the presence of tainted Chinese drywall. As part of our protocol, we have 4 sections we will be guiding you through. These sections include information about us, the issues behind Chinese drywall and our special Facts and Fears presentation, what you need to become a Chinese drywall inspector, and how to visually inspect. You will be able to proceed at your own pace. We are pleased you are being responsible and taking the initiative to educate yourself on this issue. We do have to remind you of one piece of housekeeping though. All information you are about to receive is proprietary of Chinese Drywall Screening LLC and as such is copyrighted material.
Hello and welcome. You're watching the Chinese Drywall Screening Training video. I'm Tom Platani and we're here with a behind the scenes interview with Howard Ersom. Howard, how are you today?
I'm doing good today.
Great. Hey, Howard, I hear you're an avid Gators fan.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Hopefully the non-Gator fans won't hold that against me. I got my civil engineering degree back in '95, and I've been an avid fan ever since.
Great. Sounds like you got a pretty good educational background. And tell us a little bit about your viewers and myself about your professional background.
Well, from the after getting my civil engineering degree, I went to work for a large general contractor in Central Florida, and had worked on various projects from theme parks to office to retail, and then got involved with a developer in Port St. Lucie, and kind of made the switch from the contracting side to developer side. So I've been in commercial development over the past 6 years, doing working for a developer in the master plan community, doing all the commercial projects within that community.
And now, with that background, how did you actually get into Chinese drywall?
Well, in that community, they were building a condominium project, and like a lot of people back in the heyday, in the '04 to '06 time, I picked up on some investment properties. And one of them is a condominium. And then my tenant, back about early 2007, was complaining about some odors. And so, we brought the builder in. The builder did, went through the investigation. That was just when they were starting to figure out there might be some issues with the drywall and an odor. So we went through the whole process with the builder. And at the time, the corrosive effects weren't known. So the builder went through and gutted the whole condo, and I had to relocate my tenant and go through that process where the new drywall was put back and the tenant went back, and then it kind of the issues was kind of a little dormant for a while, and then I got onto the board. So now I'm the president of the association for the condominium association. So now I have my contracting background, my development background, working for the developer of the entire community, and then being the president of the association. And I had that personal experience of having gone through the tainted drywall and having to get it replaced. And then last fall, it's starting to get a little bit of media attention, and it starts to hit. And a lot of the tenants, were coming, and then the owners heard about what I went through, knew about my background, and they were kind of pulling me in to look at their place, and they were asking me, and because I've been through it, and all of a sudden we start realizing that, well, this isn't just one here, one there. It could be a prevalent issue. So we started digging a little deeper into the association and realized it was kind of, a lot of people were having the same types of issues throughout the entire complex. So I started digging in. I spent 2 months doing kind of forensic studies on the different types of units, because we had, on that particular one, we had 3 different drywall suppliers, and so we had 2 different types of Chinese drywall and other types of non-tainted American board as well. So I've kind of spent a lot of time with the different units and going through all the various types of properties there. And then it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks, like the need for somebody with the integrity and trustworthiness and the knowledge and the skill sets and the background to be able to evaluate for the presence of Chinese drywall, of tainted Chinese drywall. So then light bulb goes on like a ton of bricks. I'm like, man, this is a huge need. So that's when I found the company and started up and and got the company started off officially doing paid inspections.
Okay. And now I know I have a question. I know our viewers are going to ask. There's a lot of people out there who know, or at least claim to know, that they know how to inspect for tainted Chinese drywall. And what makes your program unique from all the other ones?
Well, you look at it's one thing to have the skill sets and the education that might set a tone for being a good inspector, but it's really you really got to be experienced with the issue, and you can't just see it typical bad case and to be honest with you, my 8-year-old son could tell you if you got a bad case of Chinese drywall. It's being able to really know how the effects and if there's any cases where you have mixed types of drywall and it's not clear cut. So by having that experience that I previously mentioned of all those condo units, that allowed me to really get a handle on it. And then you throw in some of the other aspects, and it really puts a package together to take it to the top level that kind of needs. These homeowners need somebody that is trustworthy and that has that detailed experience with dealing with the tainted drywall.
Okay. And well, I also understand, you spend a lot of time on your protocols and your screening, but also understand that you've become an excellent resource expert for some of the media, statewide and countrywide.
Yeah, it kind of came with it's a new issue, so it kind of comes with the territory, and being one of the first guys out of the gate dealing with the issue. I had it started off with a reporter for the Post, kind of found me, and she was she discovered the issue and it started getting some media attention. So she was looking at the time, not a whole lot of people knew about it. I remember talking to people about my idea about inspecting for Chinese drywall, and they just kind of looked at me sideways like, what are you doing? And it was just kind of the funny reactions I was getting. Right. But the people that kind of knew the issue, they knew how big it was going to get, and they were at the tip of the iceberg. So I had the media was kind of starved for people that knew about it. So I was just a natural attraction, natural resource that the different media outlets, whether it's the papers, the TVs, and various media outlets, kind of came to me.
Now, you were actually on Channel 25, but you were also on Nightline.
Yep. Did a few stories on Channel 25. They did one story where it's just how the Chinese drywall is affecting the real estate transactions, and that goes into why I'm doing what I'm doing, because it's really affecting the market and the way things are going. But the Nightline piece, that was my first national exposure, so that was a good one. The family down there had a typical bad case, and that was a very unique situation there where that family had triplets, and they must have been, I think they were maybe 6 months old, and I don't know, imagine having triplets and now you find out you got tainted drywall with the health issues that are unknown, but there's a lot of complaints, so you think there's health issues, and they're trying to prove those, and they're in a position where they got almost $3,500 a month that they got to pay towards this house. They can't just get up and leave and go rent somewhere else. So that's a tough position that a lot of homeowners are having to be faced with.
Now, I think you actually brought a clip of this video from Nightline, so let's go ahead and let our viewers take a look at that.
Yeah, yes we do.